Have you ever noticed that voice in your head? The one that never seems to stop, constantly replaying yesterday's mistakes, whispering fears about tomorrow, or critiquing your every move? It's relentless, isn't it? But what if I told you something shocking? That voice isn't you. In fact, it might be the very thing keeping you from the peace and clarity you've been seeking. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore a profound truth. The moment you stop identifying with that voice, something incredible begins to happen. Life becomes lighter, clearer, and more alive. As Neville Goddard said, you are not a victim of circumstances. You create your reality. Are you ready to take the first step toward freedom? Let's dive in. Every morning, before you've even brushed your teeth, that voice starts its chatter. It tells you what kind of day you're about to have, drags you back to regrets of yesterday, and spins fears about the future. It's like a radio that's always on, whether you like it or not. But here's the thing, that voice isn't your true self. Imagine your mind as a calm, clear lake. When it's still, it reflects the world's beauty perfectly. The sky, the trees, the vastness of the universe. But when pebbles or thoughts are tossed in, ripples distort the reflection. Over time, those ripples become waves, and the lake loses its clarity. This is what the constant inner dialogue does. It distorts reality, builds a cage of fears and doubts, and traps you in stress. Florence Scovel Shinn once wrote, "Your word is your wand. What you think and say shapes your experience." So what if you could let go of this chatter? What if you could step outside the cage and experience life without the noise? Let me ask you a question. If you're not the voice in your head, who is the one hearing it? Close your eyes for a moment and listen. Perhaps that voice is planning your next task, commenting on this video, or even doubting what I'm saying. But now ask yourself, who is listening to that voice? This question has been explored for centuries. In Hindu philosophy, they call the listener the Atman, your eternal self beyond the mind's chatter. Christianity refers to it as the still, small voice of God, and mindfulness traditions call it simple awareness. Joseph Murphy emphasized this idea in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, explaining that there is a part of you that observes, listens, and shapes your reality. Think of it like watching a movie in a theater. The scenes on the screen may be dramatic, exciting, or even terrifying. But you're not in the movie, you're the audience. And just like that, your thoughts play out on the screen of your mind. But they're not you. You are the observer, the quiet presence watching it all. What happens when you stop identifying with the voice and instead connect with the stillness beneath it? Imagine holding a glass of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, the mud stays suspended, clouding the water. But if you set the glass down and let it rest, the mud settles and the water becomes clear. This is what happens when you stop engaging with the chatter in your mind. The noise settles and clarity emerges naturally. Ancient wisdom points to this truth. The poet Rumi once said, "Silence is the language of God. All else is a poor translation." In Buddhism, it's called mindfulness, being fully aware of the present moment, free from judgment. This silence isn't emptiness, it's fullness, a profound presence that's always been there, waiting for you. Neville Goddard taught that your imagination is the gateway to this stillness. When you allow yourself to dwell in the feeling of your desired state, you quiet the mental noise and connect with the deeper essence of creation. How do you begin to step away from the voice in your head? Start with mindfulness. The next time you notice the chatter, whether it's criticism, worry, or planning, pause. Take a deep breath and observe the thought without engaging. Imagine it as a leaf floating down a stream. Watch it pass and let it go. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Joseph Murphy emphasized the power of gratitude in rewiring your subconscious mind. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you naturally shift your attention to the present. It could be as simple as appreciating the warmth of the sun or the taste of your morning coffee. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, quieting the noise. Finally, practice compassion, starting with yourself. When the voice in your head criticizes you, respond with kindness. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend. Over time, this kindness extends to others, creating deeper connections and a quieter mind. Florence Scovel Shinn often reminded us, love casts out fear. Compassion silences fear's voice. As you begin to separate yourself from the voice, you'll notice something remarkable. Everyday moments take on a new vibrancy. A crowded market becomes a symphony of colors and sounds. Traffic jams no longer provoke frustration. Instead, they become opportunities to breathe and observe. Challenges still arise, but they no longer consume you. The stillness within you becomes an anchor, a place of peace you can return to, no matter what. And perhaps the most profound change is how you see yourself. No longer defined by the chatter, you discover the whole, capable, and worthy self that's been there all along. This shift isn't a one-time event. It's a practice, a journey of rediscovering who you truly are. Start small. Pause once a day to observe the voice without engaging. Practice gratitude for the simplest things. Over time, these moments of stillness grow, and life begins to transform. Remember, you are not the voice in your head. You are the stillness, the awareness, the presence that lies beyond it. Neville Goddard said, "You are already that which you want to be." Embrace that truth and live from it. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on finding peace, clarity, and transformation. Share your experience in the comments below. Let's create a community of support and growth. Thank you for watching. And remember, the stillness you seek is always right here, waiting for you.